HR is so broad, but I just think it gives you a more fun view of HR so people can get together, be more relaxed.
Hello, this is John Bernadovich, president and founder of Willory and one of the organizers for Disrupt HR Columbus. We are super excited today to be joined by Dawn DiMartino. She's a regional sales manager at Puzzle HR, and Puzzle HR is one of our sponsors. As many of you know, we will not be putting on our traditional event for Disrupt HR on April 30th, although we will be doing a virtual roundtable with many of our speakers, and we'll be talking about a wide array of topics, including remote work and what it means to be a leader during COVID-19 and a variety of other relevant HR content. So please join us for that event. And without further ado, Dawn, welcome to our video coffee chat. I hope that you're doing well.
I am, John, and thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be a part of this and to be a part of Disrupt HR Columbus. So thank you for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So I can see that you're working from home. So who's keeping you company these days at the DiMartino house?
Well, there's a bunch of us. I have 3 kids and a husband, and I have a freshman at college. I have a sophomore and a 7th grader, and my husband also works from home. So we are all on Wi-Fi, sometimes getting kicked off, people walking into the office. So there's a bunch of people to keep me company for sure.
Well, when you said 3 kids and then a husband, I thought you were like, well, 4 kids with my husband. So I've been accused of that in the past. So how cool.
Couldn't do life without him for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. So you have been in the HR kind of payroll technology space for a long time and obviously working at Puzzle HR. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about what Puzzle HR does and then why you do what you do, Dawn.
Well, I've been in the HR industry for 27.5 years, and Puzzle HR is a managed human resource firm, and we really focus on the needs of clients. We are technology, benefit, and payroll agnostic. So we're able to really focus on clients' needs, putting the pieces of the puzzle, no pun intended, together for them. And really focusing on the revenue, profitability, employee development, culture, so their processes flow more and frequently.
Cool. And then you've been in the HR space, like you said, for sounds like your entire career. So why is it that you do what you do? What gravitates you toward HR, Dawn?
Well, I think I've done it my whole career, and I really enjoy working with business owners and executive teams and knowing that I'm doing something to make a difference for their industry, for their company, and just helping people. Because I always say it's not about me, it's about you, how we can help you and make an impact on your business so things are better for you.
Sure. No, that's awesome. That's a great way to help clients, kind of that go giver mentality. How can I help you? So certainly great.
Yes. And especially in today's climate, for sure. It goes a long way.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So speaking of that, how has COVID-19 impacted you and your family personally? Any I know obviously your husband's working from home. Sounds like you've got some kids home from college. What has that been like for your family?
I mean, it's a big change. I know we did lose somebody to COVID in our family, which has been heartbreaking. So we're taking this very seriously, and we are a very busy family, and we're all running in 10 different directions, going to school, going to sports, going to different meetings, clubs, family, friends, traveling, and basically it's all come to a halt. And we're just spending time together, and we eat dinner together where we never did. We sit and talk, which we never did because we were all running. So really, as tragic as it been out in society, it's been good for us because it's really brought us together.
Oh, that's
and I like that.
Yeah, that's neat to hear, especially for the mom of the family, right? You want more time that you can get, especially with those teenage growing kids who want less and less of mom and dad and more time with their friends. I know that was a big adjustment for some of the teenagers that live on our street. We saw and heard it firsthand, but it's been
yeah.
nice, like you said, to kind of slow down a little bit and not have the hustle and bustle. And I hope that when we return back to our new normal, that we can incorporate some of that and not always feel like we got to be going 1,000 miles an hour.
I think the simple things in life right now are important. Being together and just not taking life for granted.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Especially like you said, and I'm so sorry to hear for the loss in your family of a loved one impacted by COVID. And I know too many of those stories out there, and I'm hopeful and anxious that we can re-enter the workforce in a way and get
Yes.
back to some semblance of normalcy while keeping everybody safe. And I did just see a news article that came out that said we could have a vaccine as soon as September. That was the soonest that I've seen it, that it's working successfully in some of the trials they have. So fingers crossed on that. That would be
Fingers crossed and God willing. But I just think that the new normal is going to be, it's going to be hard to adapt to for some people, but it just is what it is. And as HR professionals and companies, we have to embrace that and help.
Yeah, no doubt.
Embrace that new normal.
Yeah, speaking of that, so how have you seen some of your clients and what you're doing, providing that kind of managed HR support to small to mid-sized companies, no matter what system or technology or process they have? How have you seen HR change in the midst of COVID-19 and the pandemic and working from home?
That's a really good question. And really what Puzzle HR has done is we had to pivot quickly. And rather than focusing on winning the war on talent, we really have been focusing on how we can be an asset, how we can be an advocate and help these clients get through their PPP loans, how we can help them, with the CARES, with the FFCRA, because there's so much legislation out there. And business owners and executive teams, it's hard to disseminate what you do with what piece of it, what is the best solution. So we really, we have people in our corporate office that are 24 hours a day are monitoring this. And we really have become an advocate to help these businesses through. And so they understand how things can impact them, making sure all their I's are dotted and their T's are crossed.
Sure. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. And I know you've done a great job. Your company has it. I'm on your email mailing list and I'm getting your daily, if not more than that, updates as it relates to the COVID legislation. And beyond that, is there anything else that you or your organization is doing to support the human resource professional? Obviously, they're having to do something different amongst all that. And I know we talked earlier about how do we help. So I'm just curious as to what you're seeing or other folks within the community and how we can help HR in this unique time.
Well, HR is such a broad array of, it's a big circle. So, and when you think of HR, there's so many moving pieces and parts, and HR people have many moving pieces and parts when it comes to the employee life cycle. So if Puzzle can come in and say, hey, we can take 3 of these pieces of the puzzle and give you one person to talk to help you maneuver what you're doing with different legs of your employees, that's where we can become a really great resource, because not only do we give you the on-site, well, now Zoom, but we have the back office support that really supports the face forwarding individual that we have assigned to our clients nationwide, and we are from East Coast to West Coast.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it totally does. Yeah, thank you for sharing. It's obviously the face of an organization is different these days. Obviously, you and I are on Zoom right now, but I know in the past had met for lunch, and that's not
I know, and I look forward to it again.
Yes, we will do it soon.
I hope.
Yeah, we'll do it very soon. And so that being said, speaking of getting together, this is a unique time for us in Disrupt HR in Columbus. We were so enthusiastic about putting on our event on April 30th, but we'll be doing a virtual roundtable instead. And just curious, Dawn, of your experience or knowledge of Disrupt HR, as well as enthusiasm for what we have going on in Columbus.
Well, I was brought in to Disrupt HR because of you, John, and I love the energy. I've been on calls with the panel speakers, and HR is so broad, but I just think it gives you a more fun view of HR, so people can get together, be more relaxed, put some humor to it, and I as well was looking forward to Columbus on the 30th. I was staying the night and I was going up to Miami where my daughter goes to school the next day. But I'm also looking forward to our virtual get together, because I think the effects, because we're all still going to be together.
Yeah, I know the fellowship is terribly important, and I know the founders of Disrupt HR have certainly wanted to continue that momentum, but in these unique times, we're trying to make the most of it. It won't be a replacement for the traditional concept of 5-minute speeches, but we'll make sure to entertain the crowd, I hope, and give them some relevant content and things they can take away from it. So,
and I think it will allow us to look forward to next year, all of us getting together live.
Yes, yeah, that I know will
Yes.
be a monumental moment, especially having gone through what we have as a community, and as the organizers and those that are participating in it, the sponsors, the committee members, and our speakers. So, well, hey, Dawn, I really appreciate you taking the time today. I look forward to seeing you at the virtual roundtable and continuing the dialogue. Please keep those updates coming. I do really appreciate those, and all the best to you as you're out there educating the HR community on what Puzzle HR does. So for now, this is John Bernadovich with Dawn DiMartino signing off, and we will see you next time.
Bye.